Which brings me on to another number 9. I mean, I was just looking at this guy. So, it's well documented that Juventus are sniffing around Sancho, and they've mentioned as part of that Dusan Vlahović. They are desperate to get him off the wage bill because they don't have that kind of cash flow in Italy. Not anymore. And Juventus certainly don't have it. So if Vlahovic is not banging in 40 goals a season, then they're deeming him as surplus to requirements. And he seems to be a little bit more of a confidence kind of player, does Vlahovic. However, that's fine. That's fine. He looks a feisty player. And I was just looking at some stats of his. And the guy's 6'3". I didn't know he was that big. He's a big lad, and he's got a pretty decent goal-scoring record. I mean, he scored 43 goals in 104 appearances for Juventus. That's not bad. And he's got roughly the same for Fiorentina, 44 goals in 98 games over a 4-year period. And he scored 14 for Serbia in 36. So, I mean, what's that? I mean, roughly a goal every 2 games, something like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Please forgive the big D and his mathematics. He wasn't a brilliant mathematician back in the day. He was more of a, a humanities kind of guy and a bit more creative as opposed to calculus or anything like that. But you get my gist. Roughly a goal every 2 games, something like that. But he did win Serie A Best Young Player of the Year after an impressive goal-scoring form in the first half of 21-22. And Juventus paid 70 million euros for him. Now, I just want to look at his style of play here. Okay, so this is what his style of play is here, according to Wikipedia. Vlahovic is a complete striker known for his physicality. Now, that's good for the Premier League. His technique and eye for goal. He excels at picking up the ball in central areas or the inside right or left channels and maintaining possession. That's good. That would suit Amorim. He has multiple facets to his hold-up and link play. Excellent. That's fantastic because, he could link up with Cunha, Bruno, Diallo, and Bomo. His best assets are his strength to hold up the ball and then his ability to turn and dribble past the first defender. This guy sounds class. Now, I have looked him up on YouTube as well. He's got some pretty good goals. When playing for Fiorentina, he often received the ball under pressure from either a long ball or linking with his midfielders. He's a very efficient ball carrier, and his primary way to retain possession and circulate the ball is to use his strength in the contact and to use his superior dribbling ability to evade his marker. This guy is very quickly becoming my first choice. Number 9 for Manchester United, and Juventus are desperate to sell. He's able to draw in opposition defenders and create space for his teammates or for himself with dribbling. Vlahovic is potent and clinical in the penalty box and is a devastating finisher in the penalty area, as he is able to hold his position in order to pin the opposition back into their box before swiftly making a movement into the channels as his team look to locate areas within the final third. His playing style has led him to be compared to... What a comparison this is! His playing style has led him to be compared to Cristiano Ronaldo, Erling Haaland, and Jamie Vardy. I mean, I like Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy's class. He was in the Premier League, but sorry, no disrespect to Jamie Vardy. As I say, I'd like him at United as a Mr. Miyagi figure to Rasmus Højlund. But I just found that quite humorous, really, to have Cristiano, Erling Haaland, and Jamie Vardy in the same sentence there. Sorry, Jamie. No disrespect, my friend. But yeah, I mean, wow. This guy sounds absolutely class. And his idols, his footballing idols are, well, one of them is Zlatan Ibrahimović. And we all know how well he did at Manchester United. So, yeah, I mean, he sounds absolutely class. Dusan Vlahović. He is my number 1 pick for Man United to sign him, yes, Vlahovic. That's who the big D wants. Ruben Amorim, Sergeant Ratcliffe, make sure you get that done. Just give them Sancho and take Vlahovic. Nice swap deal. Nice swap, nice and clean, done and dusted.